Thing. All right, my friends. So here we are. It is Friday, the 10th of February, and we're going to start lying on our backs for this practice. So yeah, just lie down on your mat, feet on the floor. You can drop the knees in towards each other. And let's just start as we do with a few long breaths and starting to let yourself relax into the ground under you. So on your inhales, you may feel a little bit of extension in the spine, out through the crown of the head. And then on that exhale, see if you can soften your muscles and let your bones be heavy and let the weight of your body relax into the support under you. And check in how you are as we come to the end of this week. We're probably 6 weeks into the year now. How is 2023 starting for you? Feeling that and feeling how your body is doing. How is this physical vessel this morning? How's your heart this morning? And what about the mental body? How's the mind? Where's the mind's attention? And as we start our practice today, I want to remind us we're working with the yama asteya. So asteya is the third yama, and it means to not steal, to not take what isn't given. And this really can be applied to our yoga practice, our physical yoga practice, to honor where your body is and to be with it and accept where it is and move with the pace that you're listening to what it needs, rather than pushing harder or going deeper or, powering through. Of course, we're doing restorative, but even so, tend to yourself with that kindness and compassion of our first yama, ahimsa, doing no harm. So let's take a moment and set intention for this practice. And then we're going to start with windshield wipers. So take a nice big inhale and exhale your knees over to one side, look the other way. And just back and forth, checking in, moving your body, reaching down through that top knee. When you roll right, you're reaching down through the left knee. When you're rolling left, you're reaching down through that right knee. And getting the flow happening here. So when our bodies are stiff, one of the things we want to do, which I always say, is we want to juice up the joints. We want to literally get the synovial fluid, bringing juiciness to the joints. And that's what we're doing. So a couple more rolls here. And then bring yourself to center and bring your knees in and just take your knees wide. Hold one knee with each hand, take them wide and kind of walk the thigh bones, just a little movement, kind of feeling into the hip joints here. You're lying on your back. Yeah, that's it. And then we're going to take the legs straight up. We know this one. Legs are straight in the air. The hands are right down by the sides of your body. And bend the knees and straighten the legs. Just bend and straighten and feel those knee joints starting to move. Like, oh yeah. Remember, the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. We're like, getting the kinks out here. And then next time you go straight with the legs, take them wide together, bend, straighten, wide together, bend, straighten, and keep going there. Just bringing out a little, you might feel that little tug at the inner groins. Also opening up those inner groins, the adductors. We've got a little hamstring action happening in this. Couple more of these. Yeah. Last one. And then let the knees bend, and let's bring the knees way in. The knees are together now, in towards the chest. Drop the knees over to the right, and then lift and bring that right shoulder blade so it's as flat on the ground as possible. Then reach the left arm out and kind of lift your head and turn your face to the left. And just take this twist. It's, yeah, we're going to be there. If your knees don't come all the way to the ground, you can put a block underneath your knees. You can put a bolster underneath your knees. See if you need a little support there. Yeah, and then let the breath be the movement. Your breath is infusing your body here with life, with chi, literally with life. See how the right side of the neck feels. How about that left armpit, reaching out through your left fingertips? And then what's happening in your lower left side of your back as you take this twist? Nice big breaths into the twist. And from here, we're going to roll the face to look up to the sky. And then lift the left knee up and then the right. And just do a little squeeze in. Rock on your sacrum on that lower back. And then we'll drop the knees to the left and just go all the way over to the left. Then lift that left shoulder blade. Slide it to the left so you're a little more flat on the left shoulder blade. Then reach the right arm out and lift and turn your face to look to the right hand. And again, if your knees don't come to the ground, you want to put something under them. And then looking right as much as you can and breathe some big, deep breaths here. So again, you're checking all these parts, right? How's the left side of your neck? How about that stretch through the right armpit out through the right arm? How about the lower right waist and lower back and mid back? What do you experience as you breathe here? Couple nice big breaths. Just taking a moment of gratitude for the body you live in. And then turn your face to look up to the sky and right leg lifts to center and we're going to roll back. And just let's roll side to side just a little bit on your lower back. Your elbows can kind of buffer you from rolling all the way over to the side. And then bringing your feet to the ground, we're going to bring those feet down. Take windshield wiper again. Let's go back to windshield wiper. Feeling that after the twist. A little bit more there. And we'll come back to neutral. Right foot comes into the right hand. So half happy baby pose. And again, we just want to start to straighten the leg out to the right and bend the knee, heel to the left groin. So here's that. Working the synovial fluid, opening up the joint. So reaching out to the right, bending the knee, and we can start to roll a little bit, rolling left and rolling right. And see how much you can straighten that leg. Yeah. And so our practice, our practice is really cultivating that kindness, to do no harm, but to open up this body, opening the joint sites, Opening up, stretching the muscles, getting the tendons lubricated. One more time, reaching out to the right. And then let's come back to center, that foot right above your knee crease. And just hang out here. Let's bend the right knee and get a nice deep stretch in your right hamstring. You should feel that in the groin. If you want, you can straighten the left leg. See how that feels. Breathing here, just noticing like, okay. And know that you are in a lunge. You are in a lunge. You're on your back. It's a supine lunge, but you're definitely in a lunge here. And a couple nice big breaths. Flexing that right foot, reaching into the heel, even if you have socks or slippers on, flexing that foot. And then let's slowly bend the left knee, bring the right foot down, and back to your windshield wiper. A couple times, rolling. And then to center, and we'll shift to the left leg. So take a hold of the outside arch of that left foot, and then left leg straightens out to the left, bending the knee, heel to the right groin. So opening left, bending, and heel to the right groin. And you can start to roll. You can roll, open it up. Yeah. And noticing how this side is. How's this side? How about those hamstrings? What's going on there? Yeah. Couple more times here. And slowly start to come back to center. And let's bend that knee. Heel above the knee crease. Nice deep stretch in the left hamstring, the left groin's getting a little stretch. If you want, straighten the right leg. You don't have to, but you can check it out. Breathing into this. Yeah, nice. How about the neck? Check your neck, see if you want to tuck your chin towards the collarbones a little bit. One last breath here. Supine lunge. And then bend that right knee, foot to the floor, bring the left foot down. Last time we'll do windshield wiper. This time let's interlace the fingers, turn the palms up to the sky, and then take the arms overhead. And so we're still doing windshield wiper with the legs, but the arms are reaching overhead. Yeah. Side to side to side. Couple more. And then we'll come to center. And release the arms, lift the legs up, and rock yourself right up to sitting. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna sit upright for a moment before we start lying down over all the bolsters. So come to a comfortable seated position. And let's bring our hands up to the shoulders, and we're going to do our little twist here. So inhaling, exhaling, so turning, turning, turning. And you go as fast as works for your body. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Yeah, letting the face turn with the spine. And so, yeah. Andy, you okay? Okay, good. Let your face turn with the spine too, Andy. So you're going to look left, you look right. The neck stays neutral, but you're letting the face turn. And yeah, Denise too. There you go. Couple more of those. And this is for all those vertebrae up and down your spine. And then let's come to center. And as we come to center, we're going to lift the right shoulder and then the left shoulder. And just rolling those shoulders one at a time, and start to lift your elbows. Yeah, so that we're rolling the shoulders back and literally starting to lift the arms up, almost like you're doing a little backstroke, and let the body twist. Yeah, that's it. Nice big. Yeah, so Denise, lift with the shoulder a little more than the hand. So it's a lift, yeah, lifting with that shoulder. lift, and the elbow follows and the hand follows the elbow. Yes, that's it. 2 more. And then we're going to reverse that. So we'll roll back to front, back to front, back to front. So more with the shoulder. Yeah, let the shoulder be the lead. It's like the elbow has to go back for the shoulder to, like you're doing the crawl. Yes. So Denise, yeah, you're a little dog paddling. See if you can get that. Oh, is it the shoulder hurts? Okay, got it. So you're going to do as much as you can there. Just a little bit. Rolling forward. Yeah. Trying to lift with the shoulder, a couple more. And then let's just kind of shake those shoulders out. There we go. Okay. So now we get to lie around. So let's take our blanket. We've been starting this way lately on the wide side and roll it up like 3/4 of the way. Okay, so mine looks like this. So it's about there. And then we're gonna, and you might want a flat pillow or another blanket that's gonna go under the head. And this is that pose where we put the bottom tips of the shoulder blade, oh yeah, on that blanket, and it should feel like it's a little uncomfortable. The arms are wide, the legs go straight, and we're opening up the thoracic rib cage and the lungs. It's subtle. I really like to have something under my head so my neck is neutral. So yeah, that's it, ladies. Your biggest task here is to breathe deeply. And it should feel like it's uncomfortable, but it's not, it's not painful. But it's like, oh, that would be annoying to sleep like this, There we go. Yeah, I see Denise smiling. And then allow the breath to lengthen. Nice, big, steady, slow inhale. Feel the pause and the slow exhale. And on your exhales, just allow yourself to practice letting go. That you're letting go into the ground. You're letting your body melt over that little roll. And you're letting go of anything from this week, from the past, from last year, anything that is sticking to you. Let it go. Let yourself soften the face, the forehead relaxes, the cheek muscles relax, the lips soften. And keep gently elongating the breath without forcing anything, without making it difficult. Just a gentle elongation of that breath. And take the last few breaths here. And slowly, slowly, let's bend the knees. Take your time, roll to the side on an exhale. Feel your back. Pause there. And then let's come up to sitting. So come on up to sitting. Yeah. Nice. And just take a moment, kind of wiggle that out. We're going to open our blanket again and then fold it once and fold it twice. So we'll just have that ready. Okay. And now we're going to our back bend where we put a block behind the bolster, right? And you two both have sandbags, so you can have your sandbags on either side here. We're going to lay over our bolster. This is for our legs. And you're laying your upper back over that bolster. Your head is on the block. Yeah, you want to get it just right. Then we tuck the tail underneath to bring our feet in. And if you need, and then you can put your sandbags on your upper thighs. If for any reason your knees feel compromised, put something under the outer thighs, maybe blankets or pillows. And then the arms should be over that bolster. And we're going to be here. Oh my goodness. We're going to be here for a little while. We're going to be here for a little while. So settle in. If you do have your sandbags, you can put them on. You have an eye pillow, you can put that on. There we go. Where is that eye pillow? I know, right? That's the thing. Once we're in our thing, it's like, oh, I forgot that. Don't worry, we'll be here for a little while. And so part of the practice this winter, you'll notice I'm not reading as much poetry. I'm wanting to just, for us to practice settling into the quiet. The winter season is about the stillness. And if you find the mind is busy and going somewhere, can you anchor back to the present moment in the breath? So let yourself feel and experience the rhythm of your breathing. That slow and steady inhale. And pay attention. Is there any more speed to the beginning or the end of your inhale? Can you make it as even as possible? And then notice the pause, that pause before we exhale. Maybe even elongate it. And then exhaling, again, slow, steady, and even. And then the pause before the inhale. And as you're paying attention to the breath, check in with your face, letting go between the eyebrows, softening across the forehead. Soften the corners of the eyes. Relax the cheek muscles. And when you hear me say it, really go inside and feel, oh, okay, I'll relax those cheek muscles. What does that feel like? Relax the lips. The root of the tongue. The throat. scan your body to see where there's any gripping or holding, and can you let go? So this concept of asteya is to pay attention to where we're slightly out of integrity about stealing from ourselves or other people. And it can be things like, are we taking up someone's time? Are we wasting their time? Are we wasting our own time? Are we taking up a lot of space, not giving space to someone else? Are we pushing ourselves really hard and therefore exhausting ourselves physically, emotionally, mentally? And equally on the side of over-giving, are we over-giving and stealing from our own resources, our own energetic and financial resources, when we deplete ourselves so we don't keep enough energy and resource for ourselves? So this is also, it's a way of stealing from ourselves by giving too much to others. And then in this moment, let yourself just check in. Can you rest back into that bolster a little more? Softening any gripping in the back muscles. Let your lower back drape over the curve. Notice how sensation has shifted and changed as you stayed here. And let's take the last few breaths here. Start to wiggle your feet out from the blanket. If you've got sandbags, you can move them. Yeah. And slowly, slowly, we're going to roll to the right on that bolster. Pausing there. Nice. And then press yourselves up to sitting. Let's come on up. And just stretch the legs out and shake them out. That was 7 minutes. It's a long time. Yeah. So move your block, move your blanket. Let's grab our bolster and we're going to go back to our twist. So after a back bend, often we like to neutralize with a twist. We're going to do a little shorter twist time here. So bring your right thigh up against that bolster and then lift your breastbone, turn and lengthen your front body on that bolster, and then turn your head the way that feels comfortable in your body. And we'll be here for a little bit. So now you're breathing into a twist. If you want a sandbag, you can put it up on your hip. You can try that. Nice. Yeah, and notice how a supported twist feels. Can you relax those shoulders? Let your body really drape over the bolster, your head, whichever way it's turned, the same as your legs or away from the legs. Notice your neck. And then breathe into the back body that's exposed. That side of your body that is meeting the air. And remember, we started class with windshield wiper and then that twist on our backs. So how does the twist feel here? Different relationship to gravity. And really, Asteya, when we think of the other side of not stealing, right? Not stealing someone else's time or resources or our own time or resources. The other side of that is this deep acceptance and gratitude for what we have, you know, what our capabilities are physically, mentally, and emotionally, starting with ourselves, and honoring that, accepting that, and meeting ourselves as we are. And finding contentment in the life we've built. Finding contentment in the life we've built. In relationship to relationships, community, work, home. And turning towards the gratitude. So it's the other side of not stealing is it's really a sense of gratitude with what is. So take a moment here, just of gratitude for your own life, the different facets, the way you've cared for your physical body, your heart, your mind. The way you've built your life, your physical home, your friends and relationships and community. The ways you educate yourself, your mind. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And then press yourself up to sitting. You're going to come up slowly. And just pivot your body around to the other side. So there you go. And you want that bolster right up against the thigh. There, that's it. And lift and turn your body, get really long. Nice, Denise. Get really long. And coming into that side. Check which way your neck is allowing your face to turn. So weaving in this concept of asteya, it's a really beautiful practice to notice, what is true for you, which takes us back to the last yama, satya, the truth for me in this moment. So if I'm making a decision that's kind and doing no harm to me or anyone else, and I'm honoring the truth of how I can show up, and I'm not going to steal anyone else's or my own resources or time, there's a clarity of boundary, saying yes to something or saying no to something with a real kindness. Like, I would love to do that, and I don't feel resourced to show up for you right now, given my own circumstances. So it becomes a clear way of making decisions, working with these yamas, doing no harm, coming from a place of truth for yourself, and really working on not pushing or taking from other people or yourself beyond capacity. So check in with this side. How does this twist feel in your body? This side of the twist. Take the last few breaths here. And slowly, slowly, let's coming up to sitting. There we go. And stretch out your legs and just lean back for a moment. Shake that out. Yeah. So after twists, right, asymmetrical, we want to come back to symmetry. So Denise, you're going to take, we're going to do child's pose. So Andy's going to do child's pose. And then Denise, you're going to sit with the bolster between your legs, right? Because that's your setup. And then Andy, you're going to bring yourself into child's pose. I'm going to suggest a blanket on top of that bolster. And this, for you especially, is for your back. Yeah. Oh, get that belly nicely supported. And you can put a sandbag on the lower back. And then Denise, yeah, because that doesn't work for the knees, you could bring your soles of the feet together if you want to, if that works. Or if you prefer the legs out, that's fine. Either way is good, and folding forward. And it's nice that you've got that on a block. You can just fold forward. So both of these are poses that turn you inward. There we go. And another piece in our practice that I want to name is that we have to take time for ourselves to know what is true. It's impossible to hear the inner dialogue if we're running around busy, busy, busy all the time and always working with the outer world. So giving yourself space and time to be quiet and to pause is part of the practice, the yogic practice. Notice the deep turning inward of this shape. And as you move into the weekend, what do you need for yourself to find the balance in life this weekend? What do you need for yourself to come into balance? Take your last few breaths. Feel the impact of this shape in your body, in your psyche. And slowly, slowly, let's come up to sitting. There we go. Yeah, and Andy, come on up to sitting. And let's bring those legs out and just kind of shake out your legs. There we go. And then we are going to move to our final pose. So Andy, I know you like to take the legs up the wall. You can totally do that. And or, I'm just going to show this. So here is a variation. We've got the block on the low side. You've got your bolster. This would be a situation where you've got your blanket folded and then maybe another blanket or pillow. And it's kind of a variation on that, what is it called? The babbling brook kind of thing. Oh yeah, where you, oh, this is so good, you guys. You've got your whole back body supported on that little tiny lift of a blanket and then a little bit under the head. Yeah, this, I have to say, is incredible. And if you've got the sandbags, one on the pubic bone and one over the head, or Denise, do you like those sandbags on your shoulders? So see what you feel and then get it just right. Get that blanket positioned just right under your, yeah, under your back. Okay, so Denise, I'm going to suggest that you fold it again. So yours is kind of wide. Yeah, because then you actually get, yeah, just one more fold. There you go. There you go. And then right above the, it's like the sacrum is just dropping your pelvis off of that. Or you can do it this way. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. You're good. That's fine. There we go. And settle in. And here we're just going to take rest. Take rest. The big Shavasana, corpse pose, coming into the quiet and the silence. Let that breath deepen. And check in how you feel. How's your body? The energy flowing in it. How's your heart? Your mind? Circle back to any intention you had today. Breathing it in. Checking back in with what you need this weekend to come into balance for yourself. And then let's slowly bend the knees. And we'll roll to the right side and just pause there. And slowly, slowly start to bring yourself up to sitting and find the comfort of sitting right in your center, the eyes shut, shoulders relaxed, the breath flowing. Let's bring our palms together at the heart. Just honoring our practice, that you show up again and again on your mat. And that by our practice, we have an impact with those we meet, those we encounter. And may we offer the energy of this practice for all beings, that they find ease and peace in their hearts. Just bow your head towards your heart. Namaste. Beautiful, my friends. Yeah.